Okay, well, we lost Aaron, but
I can explain it if you want. And also, we're going to talk about the severe weather risk today. It is worth noting that we haven't had anything major going on here, but there is a tornado. It looked like a touchdown in Rhode Island. So that's part of this same system. And I assume, I didn't get to watch that story before, I assume we're going to talk about a 2% or 5% chance of a tornado in New England is on the high side. So when we say non-zero, we're just telling you there's a chance for a spin-up tornado. So far that activity has been down to our south, and I haven't seen anything along this line of storms that really concerns me too much. It looks to me like the shear for this, the spin in the atmosphere, is just a bit to the south. That's not to say we don't have some really heavy downpours in here, moving along the coast of York County into Cumberland County as well, Portland getting in on some of these downpours. And they have a history, these storms do, of putting down about 2 inches of rain. So we'll have to watch out for some potential flash flooding in these areas. But you look to the west, and that's where we'll be looking for a second or even a third round of thunderstorms, and I haven't really seen much there so far, so that's good news going forward. Temperatures, of course, hugely suppressed by the clouds and the rain into the mid 60s, low 60s. Bangor has been doing the best this week. Bangor into Orono, they're in the low 70s there, but obviously going to get rain cooled as the precipitation moves towards them. So here's the Storm Prediction Center's a risk zone that's still drawn out, and you can see they did a good job with the kind of the spatial aspect of it, which is this is where we're having the storms come through right now. But it does look like the best chance of those stronger storms will continue to be to our south. So we have our first round moving through right now. Some models do have a second one coming through in the late afternoon into the early evening. But based on what we see to the west right now, I'm not sure that's going to be a big problem unless the storms really start kicking shortly. So here's what the models think is going on right now. They're pretty close, right? But there's not quite as much backbuilding of these storms into Oxford County as this model thinks. These showers and storms continue to move east through the next few hours. And then the question mark is this line that is trying to redevelop. This is 4 o'clock this afternoon. And that's where we look back into New Hampshire and Vermont and see what's going on. But so far, looks like there's not a whole lot of upward development there, but there could be a couple of stray storms that come through in the afternoon. The risk with those would be lower as far as severe weather, maybe some straight line winds, some small hail. But overall, my sense is we're not going to have a big severe weather day here. So all this moves out tonight, and we go partly cloudy overnight, temperatures into the 50s. And the first half of the day tomorrow is on the cool side, starting in the 50s and low 60s, and it's a little bit breezy. We end up around 70, but by the afternoon, we're going to have kind of those dark, menacing-looking clouds that sometimes produce showers and sometimes don't. So there'll be a couple of sprinkles around tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night. And I think the better of the 2 weekend days is going to be Sunday. We'll see a mixture of sun and clouds, and temperatures will recover. Some of us will get into the 80s over southern Maine, upper 70s elsewhere. So that's all part of the front that moves out. We do get kind of a weak ridge of high pressure for Saturday, Sunday. Sunday and Monday look really nice to me. And then overall next week, we're kind of dodging storms here and there, but mostly we should be able to stay dry. But it's going to be on the cool side. You know, for August, we'll be in the low 70s a lot of next week. So if you like that, good. It is certainly a bit early for that temperature profile, but that's what we're getting. A couple of showers and storms possible Monday afternoon. Tuesday, Wednesday should be nice, as will Thursday. I might take the under on a couple of these temperatures. I think we're more likely to be in the low 70s in a lot of spots through most of the day, but we should be able to stay generally dry. So again, Amanda, we'll watch these storms, but my initial sense, since I'm old and have done this for a while, is that the storms, this first round of storms should have gotten stronger as it moved in here, and it didn't. So that probably will set the tone for the rest of the day.
It's experienced,
yes.
not old.
Yeah, you're right. I said that wrong.
Keith, thank you.